Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Copper Dragon's here, and I'm going to be playing some more KNACK. So let's hop right in and continue the game. And I'm almost done with the game. All I got is like the rest of this chapter and like 2 more after this. So, for the rest of the game, which I still got the sequel to work on, but I still got the rest of this chapter and the other 2 to finish off this game and specifically. So yeah, I hope you stick around for that. And mind you, last time, Charlotte, well, I'm gonna catch you up a little. Charlotte was, like, she's that one guy with the gray hair and blue shirts, she was, his presumed dead wife, Charlotte was, then she was found in, one of the goblins' laboratories or whatever, where they were creating weapons, and then, she said she didn't want to go with the doctor anymore. Well, there's a stupid plot line coming up a little bit after this, but a little bit happened after that at Obelisk Mountain. Then, she wanted to go back with the doctor for some stupid reason. I don't even know why. It's just so stupid, Like, it was just such a stupid plot line. Like, if you watched it, like, play out like I did, it was just such a stupid plot line that, frankly, had that made no sense compared to everything else shown in the game. So, yeah. That's basically the synopsis of everything that's happened in the game so far. Oh, and also there's this one guy named Victor. He's evil, and he's creating these robots, and he's trying to find some kind of key or whatever to unlock the vault with these giant relics, which is what KNACK is made out of. So yeah, that's basically the entire plot of the game currently, in a shortened version anyway. Well, I'm gonna need some more healing relics. And yes, there are basically 2 kinds of relics in this game. Healing and growing relics. Which I'm trying to look for healing relics. Which, that should be healing relics. Yep, it's healing relics. Well, those relics I collected, they didn't help. Obviously they didn't. Judging by how that fight went. And more sunstones. For me, I guess. So, it's kind of like a lose-win situation at the end of the day. And also, I will not be collecting up the secrets that you find in the game. Like sure there are like relics or sunstone secrets that I will be collecting, but there's like collectibles outside of that I won't be collecting because it just pauses the recordings. Which there is an exception to that rule that I have, which it's like if it's forced by the game. Like, if it's forced by the game, then I will not.
Victor.
Like, if it's unavoidable, that's something that I will not try to avoid. But if it's something that can be avoided, I will avoid it.
Best of 7? No.
Like, if it was a cutscene that got blocked, that's something that's not avoidable if it's part of the main game.
Can't finish you off.
But if it's something like a collectible or whatever, that's something I will avoid.
It disrupts the arcane energies that bind your
and that's on
parts
top
together.
of,
Not that we understand
no
your arcane
editing,
energies,
no script,
but one doesn't have to understand something in order to destroy it.
Quickly, into the tunnel.
Hey,
That's kind of stupid considering they could easily get in there too. If the rest of the group could get in there, Victor's group could get in there easily too.
No chances. First, get me the key. Then, destroy KNACK.
It'll take Victor a while to break through that.
That's the kind of collectible I will be avoiding, is the ones in those chests. Like, and mind you, the collectibles in that relics found in, they look almost completely different from those. Like, sure they are in chests, but they're a different kind of chest, you know? Like, it's kind of complicated for that. It's like a more, you know, hard to explain and buy, considering the relic chests always change depending on the area. As for the greater good, I had to use a sunstone charge for the greater good, or else this video would have become way too long at that point. Wait, what? So I have to, you know, jump over those shield thingies and then try and make my way through that maze. I guess it makes sense considering up to this point those things have always been on a timer. I guess that makes sense. That's the key? It looks more like a sword than a key.
It's the key. We beat Victor to it.
It looks more like a keyblade than a
make that
key.
jump?
You know, a keyblade from Kingdom Hearts.
I think so.
Once we've opened the door, carefully, mind you, I can begin to unlock the secrets of the ages.
Wait,
Once
is
we've
this
opened the
series
door.
somehow connected to Kingdom
Doctor,
Hearts?
didn't you understand
Is this
anything
game
the
owned by
campaign said?
Disney?
Can't possibly comprehend what this key represents. I mean, the scientific
Oh,
benefits
God.
alone.
Oh, I comprehend.
If it is somehow
It means
owned by
the end of the
Disney at
world
that
as we
point,
know it.
I am
We need to destroy that key.
so
This is
screwed.
pointless.
I am so screwed
go
at that
get it.
point.
Gotcha.
Considering, you know, Disney's track record with lawsuits.
Lucas, move out of the way.
No. It said great danger. Why don't you believe it?
The doctor does strategy. I do execution.
The last strategy of the doctors ended up with us captured and you shot. Tell me, KNACK, does all of this really make sense to you?
Not so much.
It's just like I said. No matter how crazy the plan, no one will ever stop the great doctor.
Doc, the kid is right.
Oh.
How is he
One now,
right?
is it?
Doctor, time to let this one.
So you're literally gonna risk the world just cause some kid makes something that more than likely wouldn't even happen?
Open that door. Or let Victor open that door. We'll find out what great transformation really means. Could be bad.
All right, then. Let's destroy it. KNACK, I need you to take care of the key before Victor can get his hands on it. It's just too dangerous.
Lucas didn't even make a point. They don't even know what danger is involved, so how do they know if it's actually dangerous or not? They don't know how it would be dangerous.
I'll take that.
So, tell me how it's supposed to be dangerous? They don't even know what the danger is? Oh, lava. Like, that couldn't be easily avoided in countless ways.
Doctor, you head back the way we came.
I mean,
I'll go
come
after
on.
Katrina.
Minecraft has easy to avoid lava. And that has significantly harder gameplay than this. And we're supposed to think that lava's dangerous in this game. I mean, come on. Look how slow that lava moves. And we're supposed to think that is dangerous? Might as well collect those relics. This healing relics can also grow KNACK at least some. So might as well collect them, you know? But something that for KNACK 2 that I don't really like is how many quick time events they implemented into the game. Like, they didn't put any in this game from what I can remember, but yet they did for the second. Like, that's just a major change in gameplay that frankly didn't need to be added. That's the only major problem I have with the game from what I can remember. Like, sure, there are some plot inconsistencies, but that's about it. Like, and it's slower paced too, but I'm talking about specifically gameplay in what I'm talking about. And not like problems with the story.
Looks like that rockfall has you blocked. Care to hand over that big, heavy key?
Oh, this key? So sorry, but no. I do have this for you, though. The poisoned relic is now deep inside you. How does it feel, Mac? They've cleared the path for me.
Wait, what?
See you later, if you survive.
Ooh, I won't last long at this rate. Better find more relics before I melt.
Did you say that the poison relic was deep inside him? Sounds pretty gay if you ask me. Sounds pretty gay. Kinda like how Luffy has the letter D in his name, and he likes meat. Putting meat in his mouth. That sounds pretty gay too. If you think about it like that. Oh god. I just hope I can find some relics. Oh my god, why do I have the worst timing ever? Why do I have the worst timing with games ever? Come on. I can literally... It's like I can see the future almost. It's like I can see the future. Or something. Oh god, I'm really low. There's some relics over here. I need to hurry. I don't want to get sent back. I don't want to get sent back, you know? Well, at least I'm full of HP.
The key is ours!
What was that corny line delivery? The key is ours! I've heard better line delivery, in some trashy anime. I can't think of any in specific right now, considering the number of trashy anime. Wait, actually, I've heard better line delivery in modern Pokemon. And yes, I'm talking about specifically modern Pokemon, not classic, because that actually has good line delivery. And Ash was really good at insulting people for some reason back then. Like, and that's something that I love about classic Ash, is how good at roasting people he was. You know, while keeping it kid-friendly. Like, he was good at roasting people while keeping it kid-friendly. Can someone please tell me how Ninja became popular? Can someone please tell me that? He has daddy issue hair colors. He played a game. He became famous off a game that should have died on launch. And just all kinds of other stuff. And he is the creator of a meme that is just a haircut. So I don't see how that became popular. It's just the name of a haircut. Someone please tell me how that became popular. It is less funny than Hot Tua, and it is, and it's somehow 10 times more relevant. It's somehow 10 times more relevant than Hot Tua, and it's less funny. At least the Hawk Tua meme actually got, a little bit of a laugh out of me, as much as I hate to admit it. But it just depends on who actually used it, you know? And in what, you know, context. But something, like, I'm so upset at myself for being born in this generation, like in this modern generations. Because most people have the intelligence equivalent to make Chris Griffin and Peter Griffin from Family Guy look like they have the intelligence of Albert Einstein. Then they have the social media intelligence to make a Facebook grandma that likes Minion posts
This may sting
and says that it's the funniest thing that they've ever seen. They make that people look internet savvy, and then they have the social and political intelligence of an emo kid overdosing on heroin.
The key is
Of a special needs emo kid overdosing on heroin.
It's time to show.
And somehow those people are supposed to be the most intelligent people of our time. Those people are supposed to be what we consider intelligent now. God, I think I remember hating this fight. Because, you know, the poison relics and, you know, it's all kinds of other stuff that take into the factor. And also, you lose health the more time you spend moving around. And also, you have to do a lot of moving around in this game. Which just makes the gameplay during this boss fight way more tedious and way more exhausting. Yeah, I might as well just take myself out here.
Goodbye,
Because I don't think I could survive, you know, the rest of the fight at that point. I don't think I could do that. Yeah, I don't think I can survive much longer. Yeah, I knew I wouldn't. Oh my god. Like, I know I wanted to put her in her place, you know? But this is not how I wanted to do it.
Welcome to our
oh
final
my god. At least I'm actually, you know, getting more used to her attack patterns now. At least I survived with more HP this time. You know, instead of being extremely low. Ooh, more relics. Something that I desperately needed. And no, I'm not being sarcastic there. That's something that I genuinely needed, is more relics.
It's so sad. This will be the last time we meet.
Well, at least I can actually make it past that part. Pretty easy. Just little to no struggle. I just hope I can actually, you know, get some more relics. I just hope that. Ooh, relics. Another point proven that I have the worst timing in gaming. Jesus Christ, why is my timing so bad in gaming? Yeah, I'm waiting for that to go by. At least I can actually make it here. Okay, at least KNACK is an equal opportunity fighter. At least that's something good. Which you can't really say about a lot of people, considering that double standards exist. Jesus. Did I just kill somebody? Well, honestly, I hope so.
Goodbye, my dear. Prepare for departure.
Honestly, with her, I hope I did.
They've got the key.
Well, we'll just have to go after them then.
I'm not trying to sound rude or anything. I just don't really care for their characters.
She's still alive. I'm going after her.
We can't wait for you, so go!
Well, at least I'm probably really close to the end of the game now. Like, I know I already was, but I mean closer to the end of the game.
Doctor, come on!
You sure didn't seem to care about him before, so why are you caring now?
You must find that key and destroy it!
You sure didn't care for the doctor before, so why do you care now?
Doctor, come save me. Please.
Still weird how she looks like she never aged. Even whenever they're supposed to be around the same age. Still kind of weird how she looks to be, you know, pretty close to the age that she fell down that mountain with into that canyon. Wow, these guys are pretty weak. I might just have to turn up the difficulty a little bit if they're going to be this weak late into the game. You know, considering I just now started the 12th out of 13 chapters. Like, there's 13 chapters in this game, and somehow they're still this weak. Like, how does that make sense? That shouldn't make sense, considering I'm like in the final 2 chapters of the game. Like, that doesn't make sense at all. And it's just, you know, poor enemy placement design. You know, like, sure, I still like this game and all, but that's just poor enemy placement. I mean, I know, the weaker the KNACK, the weaker KNACK is, the smaller he is, but still, that's still poor enemy placement. If you've been playing the game for this long, and the enemies are still, you know, they haven't made any improvement to their attack patterns. Like, you would think that since I put 12, I'm already in the 12th out of 13 chapters, they would have, you know, at least had some improvement to the enemy design. Like, especially in their attack patterns. Like, you would think that, considering, you know, this is a big budget Sony game. Like, that only makes sense, considering that fact. Like, as much as I love this game, there's just so much that they could have improved on, you know? Like, as much as I love this series, there's so much that could have been easily improved. Especially with the enemy placement and, you know, strength. Like, they could have added some like, they could have made the enemies adapt, you know? Like, and if they see, and, like, you know, like, they could have had the enemies adapt to your current skill level at that point in the game. Like, it could keep a record of how well you do, and the enemies would adapt according to that. That only makes sense for good enemy placement. That's something that I've been asking for to happen for years now in games. Is to have some kind of adaptive AI for the combat.
Stealth KNACK is back.
Yeah!
Yay, I've been wanting to play as Stealth KNACK. I've been wanting to play as him. And now I can actually walk through the lasers and not have to worry about the risk of the insta-kill lasers. At least I won't have to worry about insta-kill lasers, you know, with Stealth KNACK. Sure, they are still a risk, but not as big of a risk as what they were with regular KNACK or any other form. You know, there's still a big risk, just not as much with Stealth KNACK. Well, at least I've almost got enough time for the recording anyways, for 30 minutes. But I'm still gonna play the game a little bit longer, you know, so it won't feel so short. Heck, that's why I want to keep my videos around time length of 30 minutes. Sure, there are some shorter videos on my channel, but it's usually because, well, I either get bored with the game, or I just run out of time to play them. It's not of my own accord, you know? I just get bored with the games where I can't play them for the full 30 minutes. Or I just run out of time. And you can tell in my voice if, like, things sound urgent or something. You know, like, if I sound like I'm in a hurry, that's whenever I run out of time for the video. But if it's something like if it sounds slower paced in my speech patterns, yeah, that's because I got bored with the game. I can't really play it for the full 30 minutes, you know? That's a good sign, right there. You know, like, and I only usually run out of time if, like, I don't, like, if somebody arrives at my house or whatever. It doesn't matter who, but still. Can't change that fact, no matter who it is. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get past this little segment. Yeah, I just hope I can. You know, before running out of time. Why do I keep forgetting that I can change sizes? Wait, actually, I think I might know that reason. Because I'm not used to that ability being unlocked in this game outside of KNACK, which is so underutilized. Like, KNACK is easily the most underutilized form for the character. So I guess I'm not used to, you know, being able to grow and shrink, you know, on command. So I guess that's a huge factor right there. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get past this segment if I can. Well, I guess that's an easier way of getting that part done. You know. So I guess that was a waste of time. Wait, how did they get past the lasers? Shouldn't there have been lasers there that would have, you know, launched out that those bolts of electricity? Shouldn't there have been those there? You know? Or am I just delusional? I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know if I'm just being delusional or what. Which is kind of weird considering I've had to replay that segment due to dying, you know, so many times. Well, that was something easy to get past. At least those fans aren't difficult to get past. So I guess that's a major plus. Well, I still do have a bunch of ammo games. Wow, but I'm getting more used to the enemy attack patterns. I guess I don't really have that much struggle with the game. Now that I'm getting more and more used to the attack patterns. And also with how how lenient they are with the attacks. You know, considering the dodging mechanic exists and they give you so much ample time with that. Even without the slowed down function that they implemented, it's still easy to, dodge. Especially since I've been playing with the DualSense controller all my life, with the 2 joysticks. So I guess that's a plus for that. Wow, give me relics whenever I clearly don't need them. So, yeah. Thanks a lot for that game. Giving me something that I clearly don't need by a respawn point. Yeah, like that's totally not useless at all. Giving me health by a respawn point with frankly really easy enemies nearby. Thank you, game, for doing that. Like, that's not poor item placement.
Right here.
Uncle.
Judging by the sequel, he's more than likely not dead. Judging by the sequel. Oh crap, did I just give out a spoiler? I'm sorry, I'm sorry for that. Oh, come on, that was unfair. Well, at least my channel is a good example of still having fun with games, regardless of if it's release. At least my channel is a good example of that, without coming off as fake and pretentious. You know? At least my channel is a good example of that. Jesus Christ. I barely... But at least I don't try and hide the fact that I'm not enjoying the game. Like also how a lot of these fake and pretentious channels do. That try and force you into thinking, oh, every game that they have ever played is an automatic good game. Even though it's more than likely not. Like, why do a lot of channels do that exact same wavelength by making you think every game is good? I mean, sure, there are some channels that call out games like, Dormitibus for obvious reasons. Considering, Dormitibus has that whole thing with one of its creators putting that, stuff that is frankly really illegal for like multiple crime-related things that involves multiple sex crime-related things. Like EDP type stuff, dead body kind of stuff, that kind of stuff. And that was just one of the creators. I can't imagine how bad the other developers of that game were. I can't imagine how bad they are. If one of the creators was that bad. Like, I just can't imagine how bad the other creators actually are at that point. If they're willing to work with somebody and are obviously good friends with that creator who has that kind of stuff wrong with them. I'm gonna turn off my mic real quick. But yeah, with that guy who worked on Dormitibus, he wasn't even trying to hide that stuff. He even put it into the game itself. He wasn't even trying to hide it at that point. And you can tell it wasn't just for the game, you know? Like, you can tell it just wasn't for the game. That it wasn't, you know, written solely for the game. You can tell that just by the way the guy had it written and stuff. And the same guy, I'm pretty sure he spoke out the lines too, so that just makes him look even worse. And he obviously meant that stuff, judging by the way he said it. So yeah, it's basically... And also there's another game that also deserves hate, like, I think it's called The Coffin of Andy and Lele or something. Yeah, there's literally a sibling-on-sibling relationship in that game. You know, like how they did with Sailor Moon whenever it was first adapted to in the West, where they made that one couple into cousins because they were both women or something. I never watched Sailor Moon, so I wouldn't know. Like, it was whenever it was first adapted in the West. But that's all I know about the series, outside of, you know, it being a Magical Girl series, which is something that, frankly, I have my own grievances with, considering a lot of them are schoolgirl aged, and there's a lot of sexual topics being involved with that genre. So, yeah, I have my own grievances with it for that reason, for obvious reasons.
No!
Okay, how does that...
Wait, what just happened?
Everything seems to be in the right place, but they're onto me. No more sneaking around.
How does that even work? They don't even bother explaining it? They don't even bother trying to explain how KNACK literally just died and magically came back to life? They're not even gonna try to explain that? Are they seriously not gonna explain that? He literally just died and came back to life whenever he should have been dead. Like, how does that work? I mean, come on, at least give us a semblance of an explanation. Instead of just saying, oh, they're on to us, time to get moving. Just give us an explanation on how he's still alive. But honestly, I don't really care for a lot of the genres in anime. Like, I still love it and everything, but there's a lot of grievances I do have with anime as a whole. Like how a lot of times, you know, there's some weird sexual scenes or whatever that are completely unnecessary and are just out of nowhere. Or the groping scenes, or the perverts, or lollies, the magical girl romance, harem, and ecchi genres, typically featuring high school age characters, and putting said characters in sexual positions whenever it obviously feels extremely illegal. And just so much other stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I do try and avoid those series, but, you know, it just feels way too out of place. Heck, even the original Dragon Ball series wasn't shy to that. Like, I mean, come on, Master Roshi was creeping on Bulma, who was like, what, 16 to, like, freshly 18 at that time? I mean, come on, that's there's no way that you couldn't see that was at least a little weird, even though they toned it down a lot by where we are now in Dragon Ball. I mean, I know it was the 80s, but still, I know it was in the 80s, in the 80s, which is a wildly different time compared to today. But still, looking back on it with fresh eyes, yeah, it looks pretty weird either way. I know I wasn't born anywhere near the 80s. I was born like 20 years after that.
There must be safety devices around here for the workers who built this floating palace. Aha! Levitators. These'll do the trick.
Why do those look like the electric devices that, you know, insta-kill me for whatever reason?
1, 2, jump! Come on, Knack!
But wouldn't you still feel a little bit of the G-force from that? Depending on how high you jump? Like, shouldn't there still be at least a little bit of G-force involved? You know, like what they use with air, like how they train people with airplanes and stuff. In rockets and, you know, stuff like that. G-force training. Like, isn't that kind of like, so how do they not feel the G-force? At least some G-force energy coming off of that. Oh, that could have ended much worse than it did. And if I didn't do that special move any quicker, I would have definitely died already. But hey, at least I'm making some decent progress.
Wow. These levitators are great.
Still questioning how the G-force energy would work with that. Does that just completely nullify that? Or, you know, do they still feel it in some shape or form? You know, just lessen. But I'm gonna need some relics and fats. And I know I do, because look at how low my HP already is. Just ignore that. Please ignore that. Multi-game design there. Please ignore that. It was just a bug. I got sent through the floor. Please, you gotta believe me here. Oh, I'm gonna end today's video here. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. I'm gonna try and finish up this game sometime within like the next 1 or 2 parts. So be sure to stick around for that. Be sure to like and subscribe. Do whatever you can to help me out with the algorithm better. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.